Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video in Raid Shadow Legends. Today's the start of a new tournament and a new event at the same time. It's a 4-day long event and tournament, and the tournament is really trying to get you to be involved with giving you 3 prizes for the top spot right here. Legendary Skill Tome, 6 artifacts, 6-star Relentless, at least, and 150 gems, and this is at least in my bracket now that I'm realizing that. And they just keep going higher and higher and higher with these tournament guaranteed rewards, ending with a Sacred Shard if you can somehow manage to get 12,000 points in a Champion Chase tournament. This is really only for whales to give them a special little prize for spending so much money, because the Champion Chase tournament you only get points based on the champion that you pull, so you have to be lucky. And 12,000 points relates to getting 24 legendaries of a normal affinity, not counting Void at least. And let's just see if they got global leaderboards. Wow, that's pretty insane. Do I get to see the amounts? Yep. You can get 3 legendary skill tomes for number 2 and the top number 1 player, and it looks like these guys are tied. Maybe they have the exact same amount of points, which is pretty crazy. But the top whale will get a hegemon. That's insane. I don't know how I feel about them just giving away legendary champions like that. I would have been okay with a couple Sacred Shards maybe, but just giving away probably the most needed champion for what is it? It's not diamond tier, it's platinum tier arena. That's just insane. This appears to be new. Players that have the exact same amount of points will tie for a spot. So that's pretty cool, I guess. But it's still only the top. No, there's 11 players. So yeah, you'll get 2 players that share a spot if they have the exact same amount of points. So pretty cool. I specifically remember a couple tournaments where they didn't actually share the spot. So that's a new improvement, possibly, unless I'm remembering it wrong. But then we got the Champion Training event, also a 4-day event, and we get a couple epic artifacts along the way: an Ancient Shard, a Void Shard, and a Legendary Skill Tome. Obviously, these 2 are the most coveted prizes, with not too many great prizes before that. I mean, you can get an Ancient Shard and some gems, but there's a nice amount of silver, just 2 potions, and some mystery shards. I honestly took one look at this and thought this was much like lesser rewards than what we would normally see for one of these events, but I went back to looked at my own video the last time we had one of these 6,000 champion training events, and this is the exact same prize pool. So it has changed, because the time before that it was slightly different, but it really wasn't all that different. I think the main change was there used to be a a rare skill tome, but it's not like we need those either. That's probably a more useless prize than silver and mystery shards, because silver mystery shards is actually something I use. I got 60 books here just sitting here, and that's only because I just recently spent a bunch of books completely maxing out Kale skills and Bulwark skills, 2 rares that I didn't have in my roster before, and I had like 80 something books. So rare skill tomes are really not something I would see as a reward, and so I actually use silver and mystery shards. So I guess that for some people it might be a better prize, for others they might need a rare skill tome, but in the end you'll definitely get a lot of rare skill tomes and you could always use silver. It's always needed. Even though this really is not a reward, you can get this very quickly. But I would, if we go over here, if you haven't already claimed this, you have a 1-day double XP for the game compensation. And so you could obviously use that. I have my right here that was a game compensation for 99 days. I've been saving that up. But you got this one here that you obviously should use if you haven't already. And if you happen to run into your weekly during this 4-day event, it seems like I might right at the end there. But this is kind of like, at this point, it's kind of like a baby champion training event. We're used to the 20,000 ones and can clear those. A lot of people can clear them if you really put some effort into it, but I personally will not be trying to finish this event. Obviously, a Void Shard and a Legendary Skill Tome would be good. I'm sitting at 19 Skill Tomes, and I could book both Molly and Rosin and be totally fine with that, but I'm just a hoarder and waiting for a Martyr to pop up in one day and just fully skill her out. So I am only going to use those once I get some more books, so this would be a good time to get a pretty cheap Legendary Skill Tome, but this requires you to use double XP and gems for energy refill if you don't have enough stacked up before that. And so I'm personally going to wait for the possibility of a new fusion, because it's almost December. It's right around the corner, and I think most of the community is expecting a Christmas fusion, even if it's not Sir Nick. And so I'm saving this for that. I'm also saving as much energy as I can. Most of this energy expires that we got for compensation and raid updates, so I'll obviously be using that, but I'm probably not going to use it for champion training. Honestly, I'll be using it to stock up on ascension potions. Yesterday I had 0 force potions, and I just ran the force keep, and I got up to 11 of these, so I feel pretty confident in that number. This one I would like a little bit higher, but it's probably fine for a fusion. I could use a bit more Spirit Superior, and then I know we need like 96 of these greater potions whenever a new champion comes around for fusion. So I'm honestly spending some of my time getting ready for that. I do have, let's see, if I go over to my vault, how many 5 stars do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 chickens. So I can almost do 2 6-star upgrades, but one, I don't really have the champions that I really care for upgrading, and this is, I guess, just where I'm at for this event. Obviously, this was one of my most favorite events whenever it came around, just a 6,000 champion training, because it means you can get some champion leveling up, you get an legendary skill tome at the end, you get an epic, or not an epic shard, a void shard in the middle of it, and it's just a nice way to get a guaranteed legendary skill tome. I'm worried about this new fusion, if it is Sir Nick, that it could be pretty tough. But it's up to you whether or not you feel the need of a legendary skill tome or getting ready for the unknown. Because we have no idea if there will be a fusion, we have no idea what the fusion might be or the fusion requirements might be. And I'm just stocking up for Armageddon. I'm just trying to get as much stuff as I can, hoard it up for just using it all whenever a nice big fusion comes around. But that's my opinion and where I'm at for this event. It is a nice event for that 6,000 point legendary skill tome, but I'm just gonna skip it and save. And the last little bit of progress, I guess, is I haven't really nailed down this Spider 10 yet, or Spider Stage 17. I've just been doing a little bit of champion training and stocking up on some leveled up champions so that I can just rank them up whenever one of these events comes around for a fusion, or if this was, I don't know, a little bit more enticing just to use my stocked up stuff. But the event is fine in my book. It's just not what I want to see right now, because I want to see a new fusion and it to be Sir Nick, I guess. That's really what I'm hoping for. If it's not Sir Nick, if it's not a fusion at all, then I'll probably still go for it because I've got stuff stocked up, but I won't be as happy about it. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.